total disregard. It's, you know, it's ludicrous.
Kushner wants to know how he lost his fighter. He now believes Rockman never went to Baltimore, but was in New York all the time, meeting secretly with King. He's trying to determine how much his friend and Rockman's manager Stan Hoffman knew.
I'm not afraid to say anything. I'm not sure what he knew and what he didn't know. I do believe at some point during the day there was a deception and I was misled by him when he told me he was leaving, he was in the car, he was on his way, and at 6 o'clock he was in the Lincoln Tunnel. That was a lie.
I was not aware of that. And, of course, I was negotiating with HBO, and Cedric and I were, as you know. And when he was supposed to come in and we were supposed to go to HBO, he then came into the hotel and said, I have to talk to you. He said, we need to go see Don King because I think his offer is better. Cedric couldn't come through.
How so?
I mean, he didn't make me the best promotional offer. It's about the total package. What no one may be aware of are some of the things that Rockman was unhappy with Cedric all along. And I kept saying, no, he's good for you. And so I acted in Cedric's behalf constantly. At this point, he didn't want to hear that. I wasn't satisfied with the contract. If I was, I would have took it. So, I mean, y'all can look at the contract and say, well, it was this, how can you walk away from that? But I didn't look at it as, I didn't see $125 million.
What did you see?
I saw a few $1 million, and I saw a better contract here, and that's where I went.
It was only a few months ago you were fighting for $18,000, and now you're quibbling over millions.
I took a fight for $18,000 just to really keep busy. That was just a little tune-up fight for me. But anyway, I'm saying, hey, what is the root of the question you're trying to ask me? That I'm disloyal to Cedric? That's what you're trying to find out?
It's about money. In boxing, they say, oh, there's something corrupt. Don King stole Hasim Rockman from Cedric Kushner. You think Cedric in 2 seconds wouldn't steal Johnny Ruiz if he could sign him? This is competition. It's a free enterprise. That's what the world, only in America, as Don King would say. And only in South Africa for Cedric. That's the way, that's big money, big business, and that's what boxing at the very highest echelon, and that's what it is in the heavyweight division at this level. That's why you see these guys robbing each other's fighters.
$100 bills in a duffel bag.
Who told you that?
$500,000, $100 bills in a duffel bag.
Well, who told you that? Did someone tell you that was there?
Michael Katz wrote it this morning.
You're saying he went home?
Yeah, he went home. He went home to put the money in his bank. He had the money in a duffel bag.
No, actually, I was saying...
$100 bills.
And you're saying he got cash?
He got $500,000 in cash.
And where did you hear that?
I read that this morning.
On the internet?
Yeah.
I don't know. That is how Don King can entice people. You put $500,000 in cash in front of someone that's never earned $500,000. Let's simply say you might make an impression on him.
In fact, King impressed Rockman with $200,000 in cash.
The only loyalty in the world of big money and big business is dollar.
Cedric Kushner cheated me. Do you know that? Well, when I talk about it, you'll hear about it. There's no loyalty. I have loyalty. If nobody show me loyalty, I should show them no loyalty. How about that?
We have a bona fide contract with Hasim Rockman. You know, he fought April 21st in South Africa under the Cedric Kushner promotion banner. He knows he's under contract.
Don King bought Hasim Rockman's loyalty at 2:30 in the morning with a bag of cash and a check totaling $5 million. And his first defense of the title would not be against a tough opponent like Lewis or Tyson.
And I understand he's going to get paid $10 million to fight some European pastry from Denmark, Brian Nielsen. But King, obviously the ultimate opportunist, gave him the best package, and Don King, you can never count him out. He's got the heavyweight champion again.
Rockman's decision to sign with King launches a flurry of lawsuits. Kushner sues to get Rockman back. Lewis sues because Rockman agreed to a rematch he won't get. Tyson sues because he feels as next in line he should be fighting Rockman. It's all about money.
So it's three injured parties, all with valid contracts. And we're looking for an injunction and a temporary restraining order. It would prevent Rockman from fighting. King has, I think, no regard for contracts or contractual law. So the fact that there were contracts in the way of him doing what he wanted to do didn't really matter to me.
Kushner's daily walk in Central Park is now a lonely one. He lost not only his champion fighter, but also his friend, Rockman's manager, Stan Hoffman.
He had the audacity to phone me the day after the transaction was concluded and tell me that he hoped this wouldn't impact my friendship, as if I would go walking the next day as if it were business as usual. That in itself is unbelievably disappointing and shows the arrogance of the situation itself. But there's no point in getting angry. There's no point in mustering up any negative thoughts, particularly in this situation. For me now, I only have to think positively and focus myself on the future and what I'm going to do to hopefully create another winner like Hasim Rahman, but someone that will be more honorable in the future.
In a sport that's often without honor, there's only ever been one rule. Get away with as much as you can and make as much money as possible. Calls for reform, even to abolish the sport, have gone largely unheard.